Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm Delphine here from Singapore.
Hi
And
everyone, this is Angela from Singapore as well.
yes, so today is our second episode on the 10 reasons why passive income is so important. And today we are going to share more about less reliant on paycheck. So before we actually move on to this topic, I would like to actually, invite you to actually register for the complimentary webinar that we are actually offering to you to know more about this digital business. If you
That's
are
right.
interested, to find out more how to start a side hustle or to actually start up your own business at a very marginal, investment amount, not like you need to set up a shop or things like that. Do check out our website here. Okay, same as Angela
Mm-hmm.
one
Yeah,
over there.
fine.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, register for the complimentary webinar and we'll send you the link, your personalized link to your email address. And the live webinar is actually on every Wednesday and Friday, 8 a.m. Singapore time,
8
and
a.m.
UK
Mm-hmm.
time is
It's 1 a.m. It's unfortunately
1
very
a.m.
late in UK.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
that's right.
okay even if it's 1 a.m. because there's always a replay link that
That's
is
right.
embedded in the email that we send it to you. So you can actually watch the replay instantly. Okay, don't have to watch the live. So today's sharing will be sharing on less reliant on paycheck. Okay, so a lot of people, I think, even for myself, we are used to be very reliant on my monthly paycheck because that's the only income actually I have throughout the months. Yeah, so when we get to be more reliant on our paycheck, it means that our financial stability is actually you know threatened. Okay, we don't have the ability to actually meet. We need to actually have that basic ability to actually meet the basic needs, such as paying for the household bills, utility, groceries, whatever insurance we have or whatever we have, on a monthly basis that we need to pay. So this paycheck needs to foot for all this bill. But what if one day it can't? Then what do you have to do? Or what is your
Yeah.
next step? What is your plan B? So have you ever thought of that? So a lot of people actually, a lot of us actually, especially working adults, we are always living from paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. So our financial obligation also depends on how much we are bringing home as well. And locally in Singapore, we have that 20%, CPF contribution that we need to minus off from our basic pay. And after that, then the
Mhm.
balance then is a take home pay. So, then you get lesser. So how do you manage that? So this is pretty common situation for a lot of us. Okay. So we need to start looking at how financial stable we are. Okay. So relying on the paycheck actually, it can't actually provide you with a sense of financial stability, but it's something that you need to be careful about, because what if that particular month you get a bit stretched out, you suddenly have a big bill to pay, so a lot of unexpected bills or expenses sometimes just pop on us. Yeah, so how are you going to manage this if you just rely on your monthly paycheck and you don't have additional source of income to actually manage for you? So this is something that probably a lot of us, we have to have a think about it and see what else you need to do to manage it, to cut out expenses, or to even start a side hustle, just like what we are doing now.
Yeah. So of course,
Mm,
what we are promoting here is how you can, increase, another level of income stream. And when you do that, because if you're solely depending on your paycheck, it means
mm,
you're limiting your financial freedom and you have less opportunities to pursue your own hobbies or
mm,
even any opportunities on investments that may come along that could potentially increase your wealth and sometimes exponentially.
mm,
So, I mean, like Delphine was saying, it's always a good idea to look for avenues to increase your income, especially now in 2023. We are using the internet for many, many things. So I think, we're here to discuss all the possible scenarios,
mm.
when you're only relying on a paycheck. What else do you think is not good for if you're just relying on paycheck alone.
Yeah, correct. So I suddenly think of, this pandemic, if you have recall, 2 years ago when this 2 years ago, yeah, 2020, about 3 years ago, when this pandemic started, we are really, not sure what we need to do next. And a lot of people actually during that period lost their job because everybody's working from home, economy is down, a lot of things that is not moving as how it used to be before the pandemic. So business are not so good because during the pandemic we need to stay at home. So less people go for shopping, less people spend money outside, less people go out and eat. So F&B are affected, retail are affected. A lot of business actually are affected by this pandemic. And during this period, a lot of people get laid off because company could not hold on anymore. So they just have to shut down. And is this something that we do expect, or it is part of the plan? No, it's not. So it really, caught us unexpected. So a lot of people do not have a backup plan. So they start to struggle what is going to happen to their next month expenses, because they're relying too much on their paycheck every month, and there's no preparation prior to building their fund bank. Okay, so a lot of people actually, I think most of them are just spending how much they are earning without even considering to have a bit of savings, or without even considering having another opportunity to have another source of income. So you have to diversify where your investment goes to and have more returns that double ups on your paycheck. You can use your paycheck to actually do some investment and have a good return on that. Otherwise, once your job gives up on you, there it goes. Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
how vulnerable it is to us when our job give up on us before we actually give it up. So do always have a backup plan. So this is Angela's and my backup plan.
Yeah. So I mean, I remember when I first started working, and after a few years, I read an article saying that, oh, one should always try to have savings of minimum 6 months.
Yeah,
And I would think most people would think, 6 months should be quite sufficient
sufficient. Yeah.
to tie you through before you find the next job. However, I
Mm,
think what many people probably experienced during COVID was, nobody could ever imagine COVID, the pandemic, could last something like as long as 2 years. And so the importance of being able to save is, I can't be emphasized even more, especially since COVID just happened. And when you're only just relying on just your paycheck, obviously it's going to limit on how much you can actually save, for the rainy day, which is why we are advocating this, thinking that you really, really must, to have a second income stream, regardless of whether you are having a very high paying job. You can be a doctor, you can be an engineer.
mm,
Not having this, additional income stream is really, I would say, really limiting your own personal safety net. Yeah.
correct. And I want to
Yeah.
actually highlight, all these unexpected events, or unexpected things that happen, additional expenses or things like that. They don't make appointment with you. Okay, so you wouldn't know when it's going to come. Okay, you can't make appointment with them, they can't make appointment with you. So it's always best to actually have a backup plan actually. Yeah.
Mm, exactly. And I mean, everyone knows that, when the family is going through some financial difficulty, how much stress and anxiety it can cause to the family, right? I mean, so wouldn't you rather prepare now for the rainy day than to wait for it to pour and not know what to do when that actually happens? Um, and what we are really advocating here is something which you can really do in little pockets of your daily life. It's really not even that difficult at all, right,
Mm.
Delphine?
Yep, correct. As a busy mom like me, I just take that 1 2 hours every day, out of my pockets of time, when I'm when I'm managing my kids, doing I have some free time on myself. I definitely have some free time on myself, although I'm so busy. Yeah, so just take some times off to run a business. Yeah, because that will actually benefits us in long time. So I'm actually looking on more a long-term basis rather than a short-term one, because this is also not a quick get rich scheme. It's a very legit business. So all business, regardless whether it's traditional or it's online, it requires our patience and our hard work to actually be put inside there and wait for it to actually works it for you. So in this digital business, there's a lot of things that we have shared, previously in our series as well. There's automated system that's provided to you that helps you to run, so you don't need to spend a lot of time actually. Yeah, then there is video-based trainings that you will get it. You will be provided with, yeah, to guide you through from I'm not sure you are a working mom, working parents, or whoever you are without any tech skills, without a skill set running a business. Don't worry, because all this will be taught to you in the training sets. Yeah. So why are you still hesitating?
Yeah. I mean, what one of the amazing things about this is, why do we need to limit our career flexibility, right?
Mhm.
To be honest, one of the amazing things I love about this business is I get to learn new skills. The skills, the things that I'm learning is, definitely, something that I wish I knew this business model before, because even having acquired degrees, master degrees,
Mm.
it didn't really prepare me to have new digital skills. We're really changing in this modern digital world, so it's really very, very useful, I would say, to learn additional digital skills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
of course,
yeah.
yeah, of course, to talk about more on this financial flexibility, and to improve our security,
Mm.
so that you, like we said, prepare for rainy days. You're going to be able to prepare your family budget even better. In fact, when you have additional savings, you will also be able to enjoy your life more, because say you want to, I don't know, say for example, if you have a family emergency, medical emergency, and you can always tap to the emergency fund. Or say you would like to join your friends for another travel opportunity, right? So improve your quality of life, and then you can definitely have the access funds as well.
Yeah, correct. Because relying on just our paycheck, I don't think all this can happen in a way. Yeah, it will take time. It will happen, but who knows how many years later, then you can have that, fund bank to actually manage all these expenses. But as I say, expenses don't make appointment with you, so you will know when you need it actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm.
something that we also like, I like to say is, yes, people like to have additional income stream. Yes, maybe they can do it by doing, a second job, third job.
Mm.
But again, we all only have 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So if you want to be able to leverage on the internet, on a
Mhm.
system that actually works for you, even while you're sleeping, honestly, this is really the best system out there.
Yes.
Right, Delphine? You're, you
Yeah.
you are
Correct.
working mom of three children. You are a
Yeah.
tuition teacher to them. You cook and handle the entire household.
Mhm.
I
So
mean, you,
this
you
is
are prime
really
example that this can be done.
more easy than I actually thought of. So don't hesitate now, don't wait, because this complimentary webinar, there's no obligation. Okay, so you just
Exactly.
register your email into our website here, and we'll send you with more information to let you know more about how this digital business is and what you will be having. Okay, or you can actually have a chat with us to actually know more. Okay,
Yeah, you
so we will
can
see
DM
you.
us anytime.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
And we will be back again next Thursday, because we are doing this
Mm,
series every Thursday, same time, 6 p.m.
yes,
Singapore time and 11 a.m. UK time.
yes. We'll see you then at next Thursday for another sharing session. Have a nice
Yeah,
day,
of
y'all.
course.
Bye.
Okay, bye.